Kamala Harris recently sat down for an interview at the NABJ in Philadelphia, and I wanted to show you her response to a question about Springfield, Ohio. Now, for those of you that are not familiar, Donald Trump and J.D. Vance have been spreading conspiracy theories, trying to claim that the Haitian immigrants there are eating people's cats and dogs. Now, there is absolutely no evidence to show that this is true, but yet Donald Trump and J.D. Vance continue to spread these theories regardless of the chaos that they are causing in the town of Springfield, Ohio. They have had to contend with bomb threats, schools are being evacuated, parents are keeping their kids home from school because they are scared for their children's lives. And Donald Trump and J.D. Vance seem to have no care in the world. And I wanted to show you what a true leader looks like. Kamala Harris demonstrated that she has empathy, that she had a true understanding of the situation there, and most importantly, she showed an understanding that she has a responsibility as a leader to govern for all Americans. And I think that that is the most important part that we will highlight today. Let's go ahead and take a look at this response. It is a longer video, so I will watch it with you and respond along the way.
Madam Vice President, I want to move to Springfield, Ohio, and what's happening there. We've seen school closures, parents worried about their kids leaving the home because of racist conspiracy theories that I won't repeat here, but they have been repeated by leaders on the Republican side, President Trump, former President Trump, and Vice Presidential nominee J.D. Vance. From your perspective, is this just a case of irredeemable racism that can't be mitigated by any rational action, or is this a situation in which a federal response could help this community heal?
So I just wanted to point out, I think there are some racist undertones here because there is a long-standing trope that says people in Haiti practice voodoo and sacrifice animals. So when you are accusing the whole group of people of taking people's pets and eating their cats and dogs, it seems like there might be some racial undertones to that.
There's a question of resources and...
Well, no, I'll let you finish and then I'll speak.
No, please.
It's a crying shame. I mean, my heart breaks for this community. You know, there were children, elementary school children, who it was school photo day. You remember what that's like? Going to school on picture day?
We all remember what that's like, right? Getting your best shirt on, making sure your hair is done just perfect, being all excited to go get your picture done. I think this is something that we can all resonate with. We can all think back to that day where we had pictures taken at school. Kamala Harris shows us that she is a human. As low as that bar is, it is pretty refreshing.
Who were dressed up in their best, got all ready, knew what they were going to wear the night before, and had to be evacuated. Children. A whole community put in fear. And I'll say a couple things about it. One, you know, I learned a long time ago in my career, having a background as a prosecutor, when you have these positions, when you have that kind of microphone in front of you, you really ought to understand at a very deep level how much your words have meaning.
I think she is absolutely right about that. And I think it is so important that we have leaders that understand that responsibility. When you're somebody like the President of the United States, or a congressperson, or a mayor of a city, you have to be cognizant that you might be governing for people that disagree with you. And you probably shouldn't be out there trying to stir up chaos and division against half of your population. But this is something that we see from Donald Trump time and time again. He either does not understand this responsibility or he just doesn't care. Because Donald Trump will do or say whatever he needs to feel like he's getting ahead. That's all that we see out of Donald Trump. So it is really quite nice to see Kamala Harris recognizing that there is a profound responsibility when you're in such a high position of power.
I learned at a very young stage in my career that the meaning of my words could impact whether somebody was free or in prison. As Attorney General, I was of California, fifth largest economy in the world. I was acutely aware that my words could move markets. When you are bestowed with a microphone that is that big, there is a profound responsibility that comes with that. That is an extension of what should not be lost in this moment, this concept of the public trust. To then understand what the public trust means. It means that you have been invested with trust to be responsible in the way you use your words, much less how you conduct yourself. And especially when you have been and then seek to be again President of the United States of America. And so I go back to, it's a crying shame, literally.
I think it is a crying shame. Do we for a moment believe that Donald Trump has a remote understanding of this responsibility? Do we honestly think that Donald Trump knows he needs to govern for all Americans and therefore probably shouldn't be out there spreading conspiracy theories that have no basis in fact? Or is the more simple answer true? That Donald Trump is a malignant narcissist who only looks out for himself. He spouts off at the mouth, saying some of the most unhinged things because it serves Donald Trump. We got to remember that when we go to vote in November. It is a stark difference between these two leaders. And in my world, I wouldn't even call Donald Trump a leader because he has no understanding of this responsibility. He does not know how to govern for all Americans.
What's happening to those families, those children in that community, not to mention what is happening in terms of, look, you say you care about law enforcement resources being put into this because of these serious threats that are being issued against a community that is living a productive, good life before this happened.
I think she's absolutely correct here. Just think about it for a moment. Imagine all of the resources that are being consumed because police are having to respond to bomb threats. Imagine all of the resources that are being consumed to help these children evacuate their schools safely. We're using resources that don't need to be used, that could be put towards something productive, something that's going to help the community. But instead, we have Donald Trump and J.D. Vance spreading conspiracy theories, riling up their base, and these bomb threats are being put out all over the city. And like I said, parents are scared to send their children to school. Is this what we should expect from our leaders? I don't know. I think it's something we should think about.
And spewing lies that are grounded in tropes that are age-old. And look, I said it not very far from here the other day at the debate. This is not new. This is not new in terms of these tropes. This is not new in terms of where it's coming from. And, you know, whether it is refusing to rent to people, rent to black families, whether it is taking out a full-page ad in the New York Times against 5 innocent black and Latino teenagers, the Central Park 5, calling for their execution.
That is something that Donald Trump did. He took out a full-page ad to call for the execution of 5 innocent black males. Absolutely despicable. Him and his father were also sued because they were discriminating against people who they would rent to. That is why she is bringing these things up.
Whether it is referring to the first black president of the United States with a lie, birther lies.
And we all remember that Donald Trump got his start on the political stage by spreading these lies about Barack Obama, saying that he wasn't born in the United States and therefore was not eligible to be president. Donald Trump got his start this way. We should have known.
And look, the American people deserve, and I do believe want better than this. I do believe that. I know, the vast majority of us as Americans know we have so much more in common than what separates us. I know that. I know that regardless of someone's background, their race, their gender, their geographic location, I know that people are deeply troubled by what is happening to that community in Springfield, Ohio. And it's got to stop. And we've got to say that you cannot be entrusted with standing behind the seal of the President of the United States of America, engaging in that hateful rhetoric that, as usual, is designed to divide us as a country, is designed to have people pointing fingers at each other. It's designed to do that. And I think most people in our country, regardless of their race, are starting to see through this nonsense and to say, you know what, let's turn the page on this. This is exhausting and it's harmful and it's hateful and grounded in some age-old stuff that we should not have the tolerance for. So let's turn the page and chart a new way forward and say, you can't have that microphone again.
I thought that was a damn powerful answer. And she is absolutely right that Donald Trump continues to spread hate. He continues to divide people. Look at all of the pockets around the country of division, of chaos, of fear, because of the things that Donald Trump has said. And J.D. Vance recently even came out and said that he was making up this story about the Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio. I mean, we should be expecting more from our leaders, right? We should hope that they have an understanding of the responsibility they have as somebody in such high position of power. They should understand that they're going to be governing for people that are going to disagree with them. But that is okay, because that comes with the job. We just want somebody who's going to be cognizant of that when they speak to the rest of the world. And Kamala Harris demonstrated that she understood that. She understands the responsibility. And hopefully, we can expect for her not to use the same divisive rhetoric that we hear from the other side. And that we can expect that she will govern for all Americans, like we expect our leaders to do. And we cannot forget, Donald Trump was asked just the other day about what he thought about the bomb threats in Springfield, Ohio. And this is what he said.
Do you denounce the bomb threats in Springfield, Ohio?
I don't know what happened with the bomb threats. I know that it's been taken over by illegal migrants, and that's a terrible thing that happened. Springfield was this beautiful town, and now they're going through hell. It's a sad thing. Not going to happen with me, I can tell you right now.
So when given the opportunity to denounce the bomb threats that are happening in Springfield, Ohio, due to the conspiracy theories that him and his vice president have been spreading, he couldn't even denounce it. What is that? These people have no shame. Donald Trump is a malignant narcissist who only cares about himself. He will do or say whatever he needs to get ahead, to look out for himself. When Kamala Harris, on the other hand, seems like she gets it. She understands the chaos and the destruction that can happen because of somebody's words. So I just thought that was a really powerful response to this question about Springfield, Ohio. Kamala Harris demonstrated that she can actually be a leader and not be a petty man who is only looking out for himself. But I'll leave it there. If you guys got anything out of this video, please do remember to smash that like button. Please do remember to subscribe. If you're feeling frisky, you could even hit that little notification bell. I try to post at least one video per day. If you want to learn how Donald Trump's rhetoric spins false realities for his MAGA supporters, go ahead and watch that video on the screen now. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on the next one.